The final part of our look at some of the all-time great Hong Kong films, this instalment looks at 3 of the most influential movies to come from the island. Long Arm of the Law in 1984. Before the likes of John Woo and Ringo Lam made Hong Kong action one of the world's hottest genres, Johnny Mac made this set-piece heavy crime flick that drew the blueprint they would follow. It tells the tale of a group of Red Guards who turned to bank robbery in the hope of striking it rich in the new modernised Hong Kong. Packed with Mexican standoffs, adrenaline-fueled chase sequences and explosive ambushes, its influence on both Asian and American crime cinema of the following decade that cannot be overestimated. The Arch, 1969. The Arch depicts the breakdown of a 17th century widow, Lisa Lu, bedeviled by her desire for a strapping army captain, Roy Chiao, who is simultaneously lusting after her daughter, Hilda Chiao Swan. An intricately woven visual tapestry by Cecil Tang, it is probably Hong Kong's greatest art house film and massively influential on independent cinema worldwide over the next 20 years. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, 2000. This gravity-defying epic did not just change the world's perception of martial arts movies, it changed the world's perception of Chinese cinema itself. The worldwide acclaim and box office popularity of Ang Lee's masterpiece ushered in a new era in which Hong Kong filmmakers produced films with a global audience in mind, rather than an Asian one. Though most talk at the time was of the gorgeously choreographed fight sequences, what one is struck by on rewatching Crouching Tiger now is how emotionally deep it is, telling the tale of a deadly sword-for-hire, Chow Yun-fat, and his frustrated desire to settle down with a female warrior played by Michelle Yeoh. It is as much about repressed emotion and thwarted love as it is about fighting. It took home awards worldwide, from the Best Foreign Language Film statue at the Oscars to the Best Film Prize at the Hong Kong Film Awards. Famous Hong Kong actors, Jackie Chan. Though Bruce Lee may be the most revered Hong Kong martial artist of all time, Jackie Chan is quite probably the best loved. His incredible stunt performance, sense of humour, likeable personality and gift for slapstick have made him a star across the planet, with over 150 films to his name since the 1960s. Chan began his career early as a child actor in such Hong Kong classics as The Love Return in 1963. As he entered his teens, he also began training in martial arts, where he would eventually earn a black belt. After rising through the ranks in Hong Kong cinema, Chan got his first break in Kung Fu as a stuntman on Bruce Lee's Fist of Fury. Though he was cast as a leading man in 2 adult comedies soon after, their failure discouraged Chan's ambitions and he briefly immigrated to Australia, where he worked in construction. He was soon called back to Hong Kong, however, by producers who had seen his daring stunt work. His second run at a movie career was much more successful. His first big hit came in 1978 with Snake in the Eagle's Shadow, which, along with his next flick, Drunken Master, introduced the world to the comedy action genre. This was the step to the left of Bruce Lee's po-faced philosophical martial arts. Chan's films were just as packed with impressive physicality as Lee's, but that physicality was now married to a sense of the absurd and ridiculous. Chan next went to America to try to crack the international market, but his roles in Cannonball Run and The Protector did not have the breakout effect he had hoped for. Back in Hong Kong, Chan's star continued to rise, as his role in the Police Story movies and Armour of God made him Asia's biggest star. In the 1990s, Chan made his second attempt at an American breakthrough, and this time he emerged triumphant. After 1996's successful Rumble in the Bronx, he co-starred with Chris Tucker in Rush Hour in 1998, a comedy/crime film that would take $130 million in the US alone and spawn a massively successful franchise. Since then, Chan has taken his unique blend of comedy and crazy stunts to an even greater level of renown with his Transporter movies. Now 59, he remains one of the most recognised film stars on the planet.